You might not know what to look at me now, but I was a rock musician back in the day, and I know some of you are thinking, oh, that must have been so much fun. That must have been exciting. And it was a little bit, but after a while, if you've been in the business, you know that the music business becomes a job after a while. And we would work really hard. I mean, every day I would practice the piano keyboard, try to write songs, and all the time trying to figure out how I could get more people into our gigs and attract more attention so that we could have a big enough audience to attract our holiest of holies, a record contract. Oh, we wanted it so badly. So every night, my sister and I would squeeze into these black spandex pants and go out to the clubs and play top 40 disco tunes so that people could dance. And so we were doing songs like, it's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. Over and over, night after night, until we were sick of it. Good times. Oh, and that's another one. Good times. Well, it happens to all of us who started out that way. I found myself in the corporate world where I was kind of doing the same thing. Every day I would play my computer keyboard, write a few press releases, and all the time trying to think of ways we could drum up more attention for my company so they brought in lots and lots of warm leads so that the salespeople could have their holiest of holies, which depended. I mean, some people wanted that annual trip to Hawaii. Some people wanted to keep their jobs. You know, it's funny when I think back because I went from big Farrah hair and tube tops to Banker's Blues and sensible shoes. But the musical me never went away, and neither did all of that great stuff I learned about getting attention and building audience. And one of those things was, it doesn't matter to a record company, doesn't matter to your bottom line how talented you are or how great you say your customer service is. What really matters is how many followers you have and fans and stalkers and enormous amounts of people in your audience who may buy something from you someday. So the last thing you want to be doing is pushing people away. And some of you might be doing just that without even realizing it. So I'm going to talk about some ways today that you might be scaring away the fish. And I call these audience repellents. And I promise you, if you can eliminate just these few fatty foods from your communications diet, you are going to see a great positive change in your business. But first, I would love to share with you a story about a guy I know called Sam the Spam. Now, Sam the Spam is the poster child of audience repellents. I met him at a networking event, and he had a nice, friendly face, so I walked over to him, and his name tag said Sam, so I said, "Hi, Sam. How do you do? My name is Dana Dobson." And I extended my hand. And what I didn't realize is that I had actually stuck my hand into a rock crusher. And he squeezed, and it hurt. And I could feel my bones breaking. And every fiber of my being said, "Ah!" And it was on my face, "Ah!" But he didn't notice, and instead kept talking about what he did for a living and how wonderful he was. And when he finally let me go, I wanted to go to the emergency room. But instead, I drew breath so I could tell him about me and my business. But before I could get the first words out, he walked away. He walked away from me. What? I was flabbergasted. I was humiliated. And don't you know, just a couple days later, I got an email from this guy addressed to, "Dear friend, trying to sell me something." Well, I hit the delete button so hard, my neighbor's computer broke. You see, Sam never got the memo, and he didn't read it, that says that building an audience, a big one, and offering value before you ever go in from the sale is the way we do business in the digital age, especially in the last 5 years. So my hope for you is that you can have the courage to do what is really a radical mindset shift away from self-serving messages and ignoring people's pain, and instead focus on harmonizing with all the wonderful people who want to do business with you.